What's up, Anime Vice? SaudiFan16 here again, along with TJ1987. And today we are going to finish up our week of the Ode to Tom Pinchuk and talk about the complete Anime Legend series of Gurren Lagann and everything. So,
if you ever watch it, he's going to be on your top 5.
Yeah.
That's a given.
It's based off a one-shot manga that came out in, what was it? What was it?
07, I believe.
I think it was it 07 that the one-shot came out?
Yeah, the one-shot came out in, 08, actually.
No, 08, 09, but the anime ran from 07 and all of 07, didn't it? I think that's what it said. Go back up.
We might have fucked up. Actually,
Yeah.
So it was actually continued from a light novel series, I guess, in 07. And then I'm pretty sure one of the movies is from Gurren Lagann. Yeah, the one shot is one of the movies from from the series. So,
but almost generally,
sorry about that. We fucked up.
The Gurren Lagann anime is strictly that. It came straight out as an original anime idea.
Yeah.
Like no base material.
No, not at all.
Which just makes this really interesting and standout series.
Yeah.
Just from that alone.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's got the series, it's got 2 movies, and it's got an ongoing manga.
Yep.
And light novel. So we'll get right started on that. Sub versus dub.
Obviously, I'm going to advocate for sub. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it would. In my opinion, it's definitely better to watch it in subbed because there's a lot of emotional scenes in it. I mean, even though it's an action type one, I mean, there's still a lot of emotion that can be conveyed, and I think that gets over a lot better in the sub version.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes in the middle that I kind of like the review episodes and stuff. So there wasn't a whole lot to it there for when I watched a couple episodes in sub. I've watched this whole series in dub actually, and so I mean I enjoyed the dub. There's some recognizable voices, obviously, like the voice who does Kamina is the same dub voice as Gohan in Dragon Ball Z. Older Gohan, not Kid Gohan, and everything. But I don't know. I'd still definitely go with the dub for me.
To each his own.
Yes, indeed. So now the story. Or no, animation. I keep fucking that up.
Animation is good. It's not on the same level as Death Note and some of those, but the animation definitely fits the story and the characters.
Yeah, it's
for the best way possible.
Yeah, I mean they definitely keep making note, that there's always the drawing lines almost that you can constantly see, and during the fight scenes and everything, so it intentionally changes the animation, or it could have just been the budget for that certain episode, where it would just change up, but it still obviously totally suited it.
Oh yeah. There's, I mean, you could sit there and nitpick it all, all you want, but I mean, it's still the best kind of animation for the kind of story and the characters and the way they move and everything.
Most definitely. And it's fun. I love the color palette for some of the scenes. Yeah. For like seeing the universe, the sky. Yeah. Especially when they first come up out of that ground, and it does that slow-mo view of the sun in the night. Oh my god, that made that episode.
Yeah, there are parts in it where there's no comparison to anything else. Yeah, I mean they're just out there. I mean, it's probably some of the best animation I've seen. They put a lot of work into some parts. So.
Yeah. And with that transition into the story, with the animation and everything, I don't think the story would portray as well in certain parts of it if it wasn't for this animation. Yeah. Because the story is epic. Yeah. I mean, it's epic, all caps. That's just what it is. You think of things trying to be one-uppers. This anime will sit here and make a statement, and then it will one-up its previous statement, and it continues to do so every damn time. Yep.
And it all culminates in the second movie.
I haven't seen the movies.
Yeah.
But
all culminates in the second movie. It definitely, yeah. That's about all I can say about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the story is just so awesome, and what it is the story is about how the human race, and this is very futuristic, and how the human race for the last however many thousand years or whatever has been forced to live underground, and how they've gotten used to that. But you know, there's some humans who still want to dig to the surface. That's the goal, is digging to the surface.
Yep. Well,
and
to explore the surface.
Yeah.
One guy, the main guy for the first part of the series.
Simone or Kamina?
This guy.
Kamina.
Yeah. He's definitely got a strong character.
Yeah, he's very strong-willed, very brazen.
Yeah. And
ballsy.
Overall, he's the one that really gets the story moving to start out with. If he wasn't there, I mean, I seriously doubt that the anime would have been as good as it was.
Yeah, most definitely.
But
because he pushes his, you know,
he calls him his younger brother.
Simone. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, without Kamina, Simo wouldn't be nearly as good as he is in the anime.
Yeah, and so I guess yeah, with that, I mean, Kamina really drives the beginning of it, and what it is it's a mech show actually, and you eventually find that out in the first.
It's not your average mech though.
No,
not at all.
And so the story becomes where humans start to rise up and fight these creatures called beastmen who pilot mech.
Yep.
And they confiscate some, start a big war against then the large beastmen army and the generals and Lord Genome.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it is it's a big the whole series, it's about fighting for survival, finding, you know, the point of living, and just, you know, being just overall human is the deep point of the plot.
Overcoming trials, you know, putting the past behind you, moving forward.
And I mean, the story becomes much more epic as it goes, and just such awesomeness. I mean, the fight scenes are great.
Yeah.
There's some good emotion in it, especially around episode 8 to 10. Very deep emotion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And everything. So I guess that's kind of the general gist. Don't want to get too far in it.
Yeah, I mean, we really can't tell you any more than that. I mean,
you kind of gotta watch it.
Yeah.
And everything. So we'll move on to the characters. Start with Simone. He's just a digger. He gets his little drill.
He's a pussy at the beginning. Like I said, like we said, if it wasn't for Kamina, we wouldn't know anything about Simone. Kamina,
badass.
Obviously the guy that gets everything moving at the beginning. You know, as soon as they get outside, they meet another village, and
then you bring in Yoko Littner.
Yep. And,
whose dub voice is Michelle Ruff, who also does the dub voice for Miharu Senekanaka in Girls Bravo, and is also known for her dub voice in Bleach of Rukia.
Wouldn't know either of those. I'm not.
Just little tidbits if you like certain voice actors.
Not a big voice actor kind of person, you know. I mean, it sounds good when it sounds good.
Yeah.
That's my way of doing it.
Yeah. And then, of course, I mean, then you get the Beastmen, then you get Lord Genome, and
then you get Lord Genome,
the funky group characters.
Yep.
And then you got I'm pretty sure he's a gay man.
Yeah, the scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got
Leron. Leron's his name.
And then you got Lord Genome's thrown out daughter.
Yep. Nia.
Yeah, the princess.
And then you got shark face teeth here.
Yeah. And he's always trying.
Viral's his name.
Yeah, he's always trying to fight with Kamina at the beginning, and then
he becomes Simone's rival / best friend.
Yep.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
So really interesting batch of characters.
Yeah, it really all pulls it together.
And the anti-spiral.
Yeah.
But that's way in the series.
Yeah, we're not even going to get into that because that would give away a lot of the beginning part.
Yeah, so that's characters. So then we'll talk quick about I guess we can't really talk about manga versus the anime because I haven't checked out what the manga is that they have out right now.
Yeah, I haven't either actually. Actually, I can't find any scanlations online or a volume put out. I can't find it.
Bandai must, or whoever does the release.
Well, it's
the manga is done by Bandai, so they must keep a really tight hold because Bandai has a limited number actually of titles that they have to keep track of, so it's really easy for them to be like, hey, that's going down if it's online.
Yeah, but I mean, seeing as how I watched the anime first, I would definitely recommend the anime before the manga.
Yes.
Because the manga it originally started after the
Story
anime
anyways.
aired first. So you've got an anime that came out first, and then you got a follow-up manga that's still ongoing after the anime and the movies are out. So it can't really be that different because if you're going to start the manga afterwards, you're obviously going to base it on the anime that's already out. So I mean, the only difference probably would be after the story is up and over. That would be my only concern.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't really say yeah or nay either one, but
yeah. But anyways, I mean, just definitely watch this anime. It's just so, I mean, just can't get over the fact that it's epic. I mean, the mechs are different and interesting and awesome.
Yeah.
The fights are just incredible. The story and the characters is really cool. And to go along, I guess, to add to that story bit for this anime is all the themes and motifs that a lot of light isn't completely brought to. They have to do a little extra analysis for. That's the point of the spiral. The spiral is a very recurring theme and motif in this series.
In everything, in every culture.
Because spiral is
it's like infinity.
Spiral describes the human race, where we're a spiral energy species, where we just keep going, shooting for higher and everything. We don't like being put down, and we struggle through to reach that point. And so I mean, we have drills in here. That's one point where the spiral kicks in, and then you have Lord Genome and his generals have different names that have to do with DNA. So yeah, it's just every little bit. So it's actually surprisingly complicated.
So I'm going to stop you there because now you're going to tell stuff that shouldn't be told.
Yeah, true. Look at it on your own.
Yeah, but overall, it's definitely worth a watch for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And you can also find it on Instant Watch on Netflix too.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
And that's how I actually first watched it, and then I ended up picking this bad boy up and everything. So so then, I mean, as to sum it up, sub versus dub. You like the sub? I prefer the dub. The animation totally suits the story and everything.
Yeah, it's an original kind of animation. You're not going to see it anywhere else.
Yeah, Bandai definitely picked a winner for this to put it out. Because it was
Bandai, Aniplex.
And Gainax, of course. Gainax. You throw that name in there, boom. It's going to blow your fucking mind. So yeah. So other than that, story awesome, characters, pretty cool.
Nobody else be afraid to tell him that he's retarded sometimes.
It's
all good.
I'm a live version of an anime character. Let me woo. So yeah, other than that, I mean, total 5 out of 5 again for this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Very solid work, very interesting. It's 27 episodes. 2 of those are specials, or like either like reiterations and
there's 2 movies out which I highly recommend you watch after you watch the anime.
Yeah, so I need to get to those. But that's about all we got here for this episode of Dunce Cap, and this finishes off our Ode to Tom Pinchuk week. And everything, so
I don't know who he is, but I just like the anime.
He's our staff writer on the site.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully he'll check these out and enjoy it, and I hope all of you of Anime Vice have enjoyed this as well. Sonic Fan 16, TJ 1987. Until next time, peace.
Don't forget about me.